In the early days of American colonial history, one of the most fascinating chapters involves the Dutch and their colony, New Netherland. While the Dutch presence in America may not be as widely known as the English or Spanish, their influence helped shape the future of what would become New York. Let's explore the history of New Netherland and how the Dutch left their mark on colonial America. The Dutch arrive in North America. In the early 1600s, the Dutch were seeking new trade routes and economic opportunities. In 1609, Henry Hudson, an English explorer sailing under the Dutch flag, navigated the river now named after him, the Hudson River, and laid the groundwork for the Dutch presence in North America. By 1624, the Dutch established their colony, New Netherland, along the Hudson River in modern-day New York, New Jersey, Delaware, and Connecticut. The colony was created to capitalize on fur trade and serve as a commercial hub for the Dutch West India Company. The birth of New Amsterdam. At the heart of New Netherland was the settlement of New Amsterdam, located on the southern tip of Manhattan Island. Originally a trading post, New Amsterdam quickly grew into a thriving port city. The Dutch were known for their tolerance, welcoming a wide range of people, including Jews, Quakers, and Huguenots, and establishing a more multicultural society than most other colonies. This diversity and openness to different cultures would influence the future of New York City, making it the melting pot it is today. Dutch governance and legacy. The Dutch ran New Netherland as a company colony, which meant that most of the land was owned by the Dutch West India Company, and the government was more focused on trade than settlement. However, the colony grew steadily, and by the mid-1600s, New Amsterdam had a population of about 1,500 people, a mix of Dutch, African slaves, and other European settlers. The Dutch also introduced key elements that would influence the development of New York. Heavy checkmark Dutch law and governance practices. Heavy checkmark the construction of the famous canals in New Amsterdam, which influenced the city's future layout. Heavy checkmark religious tolerance. Heavy checkmark a robust economy based on trade, agriculture, and later shipbuilding. The British take control. In 1664, the English seized New Amsterdam from the Dutch without much resistance. The Dutch had been dealing with internal problems, and the English were eager to control the area, particularly for its prime location and commercial potential. The English renamed the colony New York after the Duke of York, later King James II, but much of the Dutch influence remained. Even though the Dutch lost control of the colony, the cultural and economic legacy they left behind was significant. The Dutch language, for example, still influences the English spoken in New York City today, with many place names like Brooklyn, Harlem, and the Bronx having Dutch origins. Dutch contributions to American culture. The Dutch influence on America extended beyond just geography and governance. Some key Dutch contributions include white heavy checkmark architecture. The Dutch introduced distinctive brick buildings and gabled roofs that can still be seen in older parts of New York City. White heavy checkmark commerce. The Dutch system of capitalism and free trade played a foundational role in shaping America's future economy. White heavy checkmark cultural diversity. The Dutch fostered an environment where multiple cultures could coexist, a tradition that New York City continues to uphold today. Conclusion. The story of New Netherland is one of opportunity, trade, and cultural exchange. While the Dutch didn't stay long enough to see their colony grow into the powerful city of New York we know today, their influence is still visible in the city's culture, economy, and diversity. What Dutch influence do you still see in New York today? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating history content. Thanks for watching.